Hello and welcome to the next video of my LCK Spring 2023 preview series where we cover Nongshim Red Force. They are going with a young lineup, 4 of the players being rookies in the LCK. Last year the team went 10-26, definitely the most disappointing team to some after signing BDD and Ghost and Kana in top lane. A lot of struggles would ensue. At the challenger level, they went 35-37, which is a surprise to many, I'm sure, because they won summer. Their record in summer was like 19-17. And the more I think about that, it kind of took a lot of wind out of the sails of this team, in my opinion, that I thought, they won, because I don't follow Academy or Challenger or whatever. When I saw that, I was like, oh, well, this team won Challenger, so it's got to be good, right? Looking at it, it looks like they went on like a DRX run or something. Academy level, 10-14-2. The coach is Irene. Irene has kicked around in the 4 major regions. He is 45-58. Has had success in Turkey, though, to a higher degree. So, as far as moves, like I said, all the players that are starting were in the organization last year to some degree. In top lane, Kana has left and went to Damwon Kia. Jungler, Dread, I don't know where Dread went. I think Dread is unemployed. Mid lane, BDD went to KT Roaster. Ghost is unemployed from bot lane. In support, Snowflower is unemployed and Effort joined Fred at Brion. So, we have the 5 players here. Their average age of this roster is 19.6 years old. Let's get into it. DN, 19 years old, had a 4.1 KDA, 8.6 CS per minute, 50.9 KP. This is a split pusher. You have a guy that's choosing to only get into half of fights. Not all that involved. Therefore, his CS is going to go up, which is higher than most people, even split pushers in my regions that aren't as strong as the LCK. 500 damage per minute, 22.2 damage share, 21.8 gold share, 6 solo kills in 36 games, 9 champions played. Sion, Ornn, and Gangplank are his most played, which is a surprise, right? If you think of a player that played Sion and Ornn more than anything else, you would not expect their CS per minute to be 8.6, their damage to be 500, gold share 21.8. This guy makes the most of his facilitators, his tanks, and his carries. Behind him is Mihili. Mihili is 19 years old. I don't think they're ready for a promotion. 403 KDA, 791 CS per minute, 52.4 KP. 602 damage per minute is hefty, though. 21.3 gold share, 6 champions, 28 games played. Aatrox, Camille, and Gnar. So you're looking at a player that played a lot more, less tankier champions, but still at a lower level of play was outfarmed by DNDM. Haynam at 17 years old is their 3rd string top laner, probably going to play for Academy this year. 303 KDA, 745 CS per minute, 47.5 KP. So in less than half of the kills. So what else are you doing? You're not involved. So some people say like, oh, well, there's a lot of solo kills going here or there or everywhere. And it's like, okay, well, that's going to affect the KP. You're right. So they're not involved. So what are they doing? Like 745 means you're not winning your lane. You're not, getting farm elsewhere. 425 damage per minute, 20.7 gold share, 5 champions, 24 games. Aatrox, Sejuani, and Gnar. In the jungle, we have Sylvie. At 20 years old, Sylvie had a 4.5 KDA, 5.4 CS per minute, 68% KP. I thought they looked okay in their limited action with Red Force this year with the big club. I think there was a COVID situation. But, these numbers are pretty average. 268 damage per minute, 12.12 damage share, 18.3 gold share, 4 solo kills in 32 games, played 9 champions, Wukong, Viego, and Poppy. Now behind him, you have Kareem. Kareem is 15 years old. currently listed on Academy, but I think they're the second best jungler in the system. 523 KDA, 604 CS per minute, 67.1 KP. This is a carry. Those are carry-like numbers. If you're putting up 6 CS per minute in what was the summer and worlds meta, I mean, well, more summer and summer playoffs, that's a lot, especially at 15 years old. 390 damage per minute, 20.4 gold share, 7 champions, 28 games. Played a ton of Bel'Veth. Bel'Veth, like 12 of those 28 games or something. Viego and Hecarim were his other 2 most played. Sounds is 19 years old, another carry-like jungler. 358 KDA, 6 CS per minute, 65.1 KP. 368 damage per minute, 20.6 gold share, 11 champions, 22 games. Elise, J4, in Graves. And these numbers are from the first split of Academy. So what happens was Sounds played the first split of Academy, didn't play the second split. Kareem did. That's why I have Kareem or Karam above Sounds. But both have carry-oriented numbers. I mean, the junglers are going below 70% KP. They're not as involved. They're not facilitating as much, but they're making up for it in farm, where instead of 5.2 to 5.3 or so CS per minute, you're at 6 to 6.04. And interesting champions there, right? A lot of Bel'Veth and then Elise. I know it's Spring, but still. Mid lane, we have Fiesta. At 19 years old, Fiesta was good to great in mid lane and in Challenger. 3.7 KDA, 8.7 CS per minute, 71.4 KP. 679 damage per minute, 30.2 damage share, which is a carry-like damage share. So they dealt the most on the team. 23 gold share, 10 solo kills, 10 champions in 36 games. Ari, Victor, Silas. Behind Fiesta is Calmy. At 19 years old, Calmy is coming from Kwangdong Freaks. He played in the first split and did not play in the second split of Academy. 356 KDA, 889 CS per minute, 65.7 KP, 557 damage per minute, 23 gold share, 11 champions in 24 games. Ari and Yone being the bulk. So a player that earned the right to be called up. Like, I don't know why they didn't play the second split in Academy for the Freaks, but 8.9 CS per minute is getting ahead. Just 1 second. Sorry about that. Phone rang, so I kind of was rushed out of here. So, where was I? Yeah, so I don't know why Calmy was, let go, and Nongshim will benefit from it. Calix is 15 years old and going to play in Academy. 519 KDA, 7.9 CS per minute, 60.8 KP. That's a bit concerning. I mean, 3 out of every 5 kills being involved in. Not farming a lot. What is interesting, though, is their KDA is as high as it is, and they dealt 723 damage per minute. That is a lot of damage. 21.7. Gold share, 8 champions, 28 games. Akali, Silas, Talia were his most played. In bot lane, we have a interesting situation. So Vital, at 20 years old, is a player that I thought, honestly, Nongshim should have, not loaned out for the entire year to Sengoku Gaming in the Japanese League, and instead took him back for summer to replace Ghost, but that's beside the point. So Vital, with Sengoku Gaming, who finished second in Japan behind DFM, had a 5.8 KDA, 9.3 CS per minute, 76.1 KP, 741 damage per minute, 32 damage share, so he's a carry. 25.2 gold share, 1 solo kill in 17 games, played 7 champions, Zeri and Senna the most. So you take out those Senna games, I'm sure his farm is even better. I think Vital is legit. I think he's pretty damn good, so we're going to see how he fits into this lineup. He did not play with them in Challenger. Like I said, he was in Japan. So he is fitting back into his, with the squad. Jiwoo is 18 years old, who was with the Challenger team and is the one left behind. 3.6 KDA, 9.4 CS per minute, 70.6 KP. 627 damage per minute, 27.7 damage share, 24.1 gold share. Three solo kills in 36 games, played 10 champions, Aphelios and Sivir being the bulk. So for Jwoo, they have to step it up in this split, right? And it's going to be hard for them because they're going to be with players they didn't play with last year. But if they can show at least an how do I put this? As long as they don't take a step back, as long as there's no setback, I think that they should earn a spot in the LCK or somewhere next year. I feel like oftentimes it is the LCK players that can't go to the LCK that end up, more so than China, more so than the LCS and LEC, go to other regions and try and make things work when it comes to minor regions. Adai is the Academy ADC at 17 years old, hit a 449 KDA, 864 CS per minute, 62.6 KP, 563 damage per minute, 23 gold share, 7 champions, 28 games. Nyla and Varus, the most played. I think they're combined for like 20 of the 28 games. So a lot of Nyla, which we saw a few players try it. I think Prince played it like 3 or 4 times, but nobody played it as one of their main go-tos. But for Adai, it was. These numbers aren't great though, so I don't expect. I don't expect a promotion out of this. They're going to be Academy anyways. Peter is the only player that got a big, a big opportunity with the big club this past year. At 19 years old, put up a 3.6 KDA, 81.1 KP, 2.79 vision score per minute, would clear 1 ward every 3 minutes across 20 games. They played 9 champions. This was in Challenger this past split. Renata, Rakan, and Yumi were their most played champions. So 4 out of every 5 kills. I mean, he was the facilitator. He was the one most involved out of everybody on the team. Which is definitely interesting because you look at the jungler of 68%, like 81 and 68 do not vibe, right? 50.9, DN was on his own, doing whatever he wanted to do. HH is the backup at 19 years old, hit a 5 KDA, 70.6 KP, 12 champions in 28 games. An interesting most played champion, Rel. You don't hear a lot about Rel anymore. It's a very fringe pick. Lulu and Karma were the other 2 most played champions. So we'll see what that player does in the Challenger team. Because like I said, with the Challenger team coming up, this Academy roster is being forced up. And in the case of top lane and, support, I guess only top lane was kind of not really ready to be brought up. Mihili is not really ready. But, their junglers both look like carries. Colby looks pretty good. We'll see what Jwoo does, and HHHH. So I said HH twice. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, like it, subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, become a YouTube member, and thank you for watching.